We're back filming another video of our little Brasilia series, trying to get this thing one step closer to being show ready, and I didn't think I'd be able to get anything done on it this week, as the daily driver that you can see behind me, my Tiguan, hasn't been a very good daily driver. It's actually broken on me, and I spent the last few days trying to sort it out. Had a sticky rear piston on the rear caliper. That is being refurbished, so I'm currently waiting for brake caliper specialist or something like that to get that refurbished, sent back to me so I can get it back on the car. But that's what I've been doing with my time off, and I'll show you. Also painted the calipers red because, you know, extra horsepower. Took all the calipers off, painted them red. The rear has had new pads and discs as well. As you can see, looking pretty fresh, just waiting on that caliper. I have put new number plates on the back, some 3D plates, or front and back, some 3D number plates. This side is looking really good. As you can see, lovely fresh paint job, really nice. Another little mod as well is I've tinted these side repeaters on the mirrors, and I have tinted the fog lights just to break it up a little bit, and obviously the new plate. I put the R-line badge back in. I'm not 100% sure if I actually like it, so let us know down below if you think we should keep that or get rid of it. It's just put in there for the time being. I think it looks cleaner without. But we need to crack on further with the Brasilia, making some more progress on it. And I've actually got some exciting news. So I told you my plans for the wheels. I'm going to get them redone. But with new wheels comes new rubber. And I've got an exciting new partner who have joined me on my Instagram and I guess on the YouTube. And that is none other than Toyo tyres. I am now sponsored by Toyo tyres, which is something that I'm so pleased about. Oh, hang on. I've gone dark. Why is it dark? Which is something I'm so pleased about because Toyo tyres, correct me if I'm wrong, are one of the biggest tyre brands, and they've worked with some of the biggest and coolest people. Ken Block, Fast and Furious, they spotted all the tyres for them, and it's such a cool thing to be a part of such a big company like that. They want to work with me on the Brasilia and everything that we get up to. So they've sorted us out with some 195, 45, 15 tyres for the Brasilia to get on the new wheels when the time comes for that. But we can't get them sorted, get them fitted until the Tiguan is fixed, because I need to go down to Birmingham to get them fitted on the car. Or I need to go down to Birmingham so I can take the wheels and the tyres, and then they're going to be done on a same day service. So we need to get this Tiguan fixed before we can make progress in that department. But just to recap, this is one of the wings. That is going to be welded up, so we need to get that back to bare metal so Freddie can weld that up. And then the other wing, which is down here past my tyres, I need to get bare metaled up so Freddie can weld that up too. So let's crack on with that. That sander is actually doing quite a good job, but I think I'm going to have to get a wire brush out on the drill to get round the little intricate areas round here. Now I don't know, round here, I don't know what Freddie needs to obviously weld this thing back up, But if I can get as much of it back to bare metal to help him out, then that's probably going to be the best option to go for. So let's get the Makita out, get the wire brush on it, and try and remove as much of this horrible old paint and filler as possible. I'm worn out already. People really irritate me. I don't understand the thought process that goes through some people's minds sometimes. Now, I thought I would start to have a look at somewhere else that I want Freddie to weld up for me. So I turned the attention of the wire brush to there, and it's uncovered a proper bodge job. Look at this. So down the bottom here, there's a big chunk of filler which is filling this big rusty hole. I don't see why people will do it. You can see how much filler there is in the bottom of that wing. What a absolute freaking waste of time it is to just fill that hole with filler instead of actually fixing it properly. So I may change my plan a little bit. I might get them sandblasted first, because I don't see the point in getting Freddie to do some specialist fab work on the wing if there is loads and loads of filler covering up other gremlins on the wing. It might be easier, even though it'll be hard, it might be easier to try and get a replacement wing imported over from Brazil or somewhere else where they make them, instead of trying to sort out that piece of rubbish. So I guess we'll call it quits on that. Get them sent to a powder coat. Them sent to a sandblaster, and then we can assess the situation once they're back. But another job we need to tackle is getting the wheels off this thing. So let's get the wheels off and then regroup. So the wheels and tyres are stacked there, which means I'm going to head on to doing another job. I'm going to remove this door. Now there's 4 Phillips screws, as you can see, on both them hinges. I've taken the pin out on the check strap, which goes in there, and hopefully we'll get this off quite easily. Door 1, drill bit 0. Let's try that again. And just like that, the door is off the Brasilia. And now I can jump inside, and I feel like Kanye West in the music video where he jumped in the Maybach. The interior is now out, wrapped up in plastic film and bin bags in my loft. I was so worried about getting them damaged, but fingers crossed they're going to be safe in the loft. Now we can crack on getting some other bits and pieces stripped apart on the car. Now it's one of them things, I don't want to race ahead and strip everything off it and not be in a position to be able to get anything done. Because don't forget, I have got a limited amount of money and I can't just keep chucking money at this thing because, well, I just can't do it. But we're going to have a break from the Brasilia because my new brake caliper has turned up from brake caliper specialists, and we're now going to give this a coat of red paint. Just painted around the back side of the caliper with some matte black. Ready to get that side painted red. Let's get on with that. Skip a couple of days. The brakes are all back together on the Tiguan, and it's back to being my daily driver again, which means we can use it to get bits sorted for the Brasilia. Brake calipers have been painted, new brakes on the back painted as well. Looking absolutely awesome. Like I say, it's going to allow us to get some jobs done now on the Brasilia, because without this I can't get as many things done because, well, my Scirocco is a bit too small to be getting body panels in and 4 wheels and 4 tyres. So I can head to Birmingham now and get the wheels refurbished and get them boxed off back on the car. But with our attention back on the Brasilia, I was going to get some more body panels stripped off this thing, get the doors taken to pieces, but I think I'm probably going to wait, because in the paint shop you have like your paint mixing cups, and I think I'm going to get some of them to put all the nuts and bolts in so I don't lose them, because in probably a year's time when it comes to rebuilding this thing and I can't find the nuts and bolts, we're going to have some problems. But it doesn't really matter, we aren't in a rush, this is a slow build, we haven't got no deadlines to sort of try and beat, so it'll get done when it gets done. I keep finding Brasilias on the internet which look how I would quite like this thing to look. Now here's a couple that take my fancy that I quite like. Obviously I'm not going to copy them 100%, but this is the sort of idea what we're sort of heading towards, and how hopefully when we've done, ours will look a little bit like. White paint with the shiny wheels just looks absolutely awesome in my opinion, and I think it will make the car look so much nicer than this beige colour, because it is very 70s and it don't really float my boat. But we're a long way off getting the Brasilia to that point. But that is us finished for now, so if you have enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and come back for the next instalment of the Brasilia, whenever that might be, to see what bits and pieces we're getting up to and what progress we're making. But until then, see you next time. Peace out.